Sonora, California. For years, Sonora, California has experienced daily huge boom sounds like clockwork between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Located in Tuolumne County, Sonora is a mostly peaceful city with fewer than 10,000 inhabitants. Founded by Mexican miners in the 1820s after Mexico's War of Independence, the city has a traditional mining foundation. After the Mexican-American War, the town was quickly forgotten, but the gold rush gave it life for a second time. Today, that calm is now gone by the terrifying booms and cacophony that have lately put the small population in a state of alarm. Residents describe the sounds like deep, low booms that can be felt and are strong enough to warp windows. They're always heard at the same time, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. A geologist from the city has tried to calm the population by telling them not to worry about it. The sounds possibly come from an army depot 200 miles away in Hawthorne, Nevada, where old munitions are destroyed. However, a depot officer says it's impossible the explosions, quote, would be heard 200 miles away when there's a mountain range between us. The officer told ABC News that at the Hawthorne Army Depot, they effectively detonate munitions regularly, but firmly said that the sounds the people in Sonora hear are not theirs. Others suggest that if this was true, how is it possible that they hear the booms every single day at the same hours without interruption? The amount of old bombs the Army has at its disposal has alarmed the civilians even more. It is believed that a deep underground military base is being built in the town's former gold mines as part of a more extensive network. Comprised of underground tunnels, it's being constructed to hide secret aircraft and secure facilities for government continuity programs. Based on information from the National Security Council, this map allegedly shows the U.S. military's underground tunnel system in progress. The military has not said anything about these rumors. Just like Area 51, people will need to wait and find out if it is true. North Korean subterranean bases. Military experts consider North Korea the most heavily fortified country in the world due to its extensive network of military bases buried in mountains and deep underground. Hidden from spies and even reconnaissance units, these series of secret facilities are part of North Korea's nuclear development. Ever since Kim Jong-un rose to power after his father's death, the Iron regime has drastically increased its secrecy towards nationals and foreigners alike. Recently, Supreme Leader Kim has disappeared from the public eye unexpectedly, and nobody saw him for weeks. It was not until later when satellite photos revealed he had undergone a critical surgery in his private hospital. The same secrecy is applied to the regime's military facilities. One base buried in the Cheonggun-dae Mountain near the Pangyon Air Base was recently discovered in 2014. Disguised as an airplane parts factory, it's believed to be a uranium enrichment facility for nuclear weapons. According to the U.S. Army, up to 8,000 similar subterranean bases exist throughout North Korea, including 84 secret tunnels capable of transporting tanks and up to 30,000 troops an hour into South Korea during an invasion. Additionally, for the past few years, Kim has ordered the construction of other underground naval and nuclear bases. Dozens of facilities connected to each other are part of a unified defensive system that's always ready to take the fight to South Korea or any other country that tries to invade the country from air, land, or sea. Burying the military infrastructures makes it challenging for adversaries to spy via satellite and protects them from air attacks. One such base is even located near Kim's private residence in the vicinity of Ryohori Naval Base area. According to experts, another submarine facility lies in Chingyeon, where submarine-launched nuclear missiles are stored and developed. These are only some of the facilities that experts have been able to detect. Many more lie hidden. Since 1974, various North Korean tunnels leading to the DMZ with South Korea have been found by the US and South Korean personnel. Built with concrete slabs, these tunnels count on electricity for light and fresh air generation and wide passages for troop transportation. No one knows how much they have expanded ever since. Jacob Bogle, who has created a very comprehensive map of North Korea based on satellite images, says that regarding the bases, quote, "We know that they at least meet the level of sophistication found in other similar bases around the world during the 1960s and 1970s. One thing is clear. In the case of nuclear threats, North Korea is ready to mobilize men and vehicles through the underground tunnels and facilities to fight the enemy that dares to threaten Korean sovereignty. If that ever happens, only a coordinated air, land, and sea attack on those secret bases could put an end to Korea's advance. If not, it would be nearly impossible to entirely disarm the country in the event of war for the sheer amount of facilities that remain hidden to protect North Korea's territory." Mount Yamantau. Mount Yamantau, standing at 5,381 feet, is the tallest peak in the Ural Mountains range in western Russia. Located near the closed military town of Mezhgorye, it's thought by the U.S. government to be the site of a secret nuclear facility. Satellite imagery from the 1990s shows a colossal excavation project and large rail lines that serve the area. The Russians built 2 permanent installations with military and civilian populations on top of the secret facility. The facilities, or cities, were named Beloretsk 15 and Beloretsk 16. It's estimated that the facility was capable of housing up to 60,000 workers. The majority of them seem to be employed in a secret nuclear project. American scholars suspect that the work that's been done there was similar to that of the Manhattan Project. Others point out that the facility was used to store nuclear warheads, with the cities working as a cover-up for the secret labs hidden underground. This was similar to the US's Project Iceworm, a secret military facility hidden beneath a cover-up city called Camp Century, located in Greenland's frozen wastelands. The Russian government has given several conflicting responses about the facility's purpose, with claims including it being a mining site, a storage for Russian treasures, a depository for food, and even a bunker for Russian leadership in the event of nuclear war. Nonetheless, the narrative has been inconsistent regarding the true nature of such a facility. The U.S. accused Russia of engaging in a, quote, deception and denial policy, while Russia's defense ministry says it does not, quote, inform mass media about facilities, whatever they are, that are in the interest of strengthening the security of Russia. Sources explain that in the surroundings of the Mezhgorye base, as the Russians call it, there lies the last Russian nuclear laboratory, Chelyabinsk 70. This connection suggests that the secret facility does indeed hide a nuclear arsenal. Theories regarding what other weapons the facility has stored are broad. Some believe that hidden beneath the mountain, the Russians created a supercomputer that cannot be turned off or modified. Such a computer is programmed to launch and detonate the facility's hidden nukes when it detects any nuclear warhead crossing Russian territory. These missiles would then be launched to specific locations across the globe. After detonation, the explosions would provoke a radioactive cloud that would encircle the Earth, killing all plant life and unleashing doomsday. Underground Great Wall of China. The Underground Great Wall of China is a secret and complex network of tunnels and bunkers built for the transportation and storage of China's intercontinental ballistic missiles, known as ICBMs. This informal name, given to the vast system of underground roads created by the Chinese military, truly honors the ancient Chinese wonder of the world. A 3-year study to map the tunnel system, conducted by Georgetown University and led by Professor Philip Carver, alleges that nearly 3,000 miles of hardened tunnels exist and presently store up between 3,000 to 3,600 nuclear warheads. Experts estimate the construction must have begun in 1995 with the foundations, tunneling, and dig sites. The location of the main base lies in the mountainous terrain of northern China in the Hebei province. In March 2008, the CCTV channel, run by the Chinese government, exposed the construction of the tunnels built to store and transport the Chinese 2nd Artillery Corps' ICBMs. Unlike ICBMs stored in static nuclear silos, which are easily located and destroyed by enemies in war, the underground Great Wall protects ICBMs. It ensures China can move them to mount a second strike or retaliatory nuclear attack. If the rumors of the 3,000 ICBMs are accurate, China may host the world's largest missile-mounted nuclear arsenal. In 2010, the US and Russia signed the New START Accord, limiting the number of missiles each country has to a maximum of 1,550 warheads. Site 9/11. At an unnamed Israeli Air Force base in Tel Aviv, the United States Corps of Engineers supervises the construction of an underground facility known as Site 9/11. Construction allegedly began in 2013, with an ideal installation time of more than 2 years, but not much is known ever since. Only US firms could apply, and work restrictions were so severe that only workers from the US, Canada, Europe, and other select countries and continents could be hired for the construction. According to the 2012 request for proposal, the $100 million, 127,000 square foot structure will have 5 levels underground and include a laboratory, classrooms, an auditorium, shock-proof doors, and protection from radiation. Consistent with Jewish tradition, all doorways will be affixed with a mezuzah, or parchment inscribed with verses from the Torah. Curiously, Phase 2 of the Conti International project requires all contractors to hold a secret security clearance, prompting rumors it will be a secure command center. However, neither Israel nor the United States has said anything regarding its purpose. Site 9/11 is one of the many military projects the U.S. has commenced for the Jewish state since it was first established at the end of World War II. To this day, the U.S. has built more than $600 million worth of military facilities in Israel.